Is this $14 cream a dupe for a $100 luxury skincare product made by Charlotte Tilbury? Today, I need to find out because I am a thrifty. I do not love expensive luxury products. I can usually find excellent products for much cheaper when we turn and learn our products, understand the ingredients and how they work. But I will say, there are certain luxury products that I do like, and the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream is one of them. Is it magic? No, it's science.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science!
But this is really good specifically for people who wear makeup. However, it costs a pretty penny. Revolution Pro recently launched this, not magic cream, but a miracle cream, and everyone on TikTok and on the interwebs are saying that this is like a dupe for the more expensive one. So you know that we need to try them side by side on my acne-prone and scarred skin, but also under sunscreen and under foundation to see if this really does hold up. The history behind Charlotte's magic cream is pretty interesting. Charlotte Tilbury was a makeup artist who grew up in London, and she actually had a really tough upbringing, but she fell in love with beauty. It was a form of self-expression to her, and she was able to start learning about makeup and start using her skills on different people, such as celebrities. Literally, some celebrities trust her so much that they literally sit down in her chair and they say, do your work, I don't even have input on what I want to look like today, and they just trust her hands. Now, Charlotte Tilbury had an issue because when she was doing runway models or celebrities, she found that their moisturizers or their sunscreens would pill up under the makeup and just not work. So she started custom blending this magic cream literally on set, wiping it on people's faces, and using this as a base, almost like a primer, so that she could prime and put foundation on and make these models and celebrities look gorgeous. And then she started packaging it in these gorgeous little bottles and selling it. Now, it does have fragrance. It's not for everyone. It's not for the skin sensitive or the price sensitive, but I will say, I want to hate it because of the price, but this is one of the luxury brands that I do like. And I do recommend it to people who have either really dry skin and struggle with foundation pilling, or who want to wear it under makeup. Now, while Charlotte Tilbury was born in London and has some stores out there, Revolution Pro is also from England. I'm pretty sure they are from London specifically. It says made in the UK. Oh, Dublin, Ireland. Wait, UK? What? So are you at the Alexandra House in Dublin, Ireland? Or are we at the Revolution Beauty UK? Either way, Revolution Beauty has been around for quite a few years, and they're kind of known as an inexpensive or a dupe brand. They're not an exact duplicate of other brands on the market, but they kind of create these less expensive replicas of other things that are very, very expensive, or even cheaper things. One of my favorite products from The Ordinary was actually created as like a dupe or a knockoff from Revolution Pro, and they do this a lot with makeup brands as well. Now, some people don't like this. I think it creates healthy competition in the marketplace. If someone can't afford a $100 cream or a really expensive eyeshadow palette, it's nice to know that there are options. They're not absolute knockoffs. For example, they're not stealing someone else's intellectual property, but they are creating a less expensive alternative, whether it's an eyeshadow palette that still smells like chocolate or a miracle cream that maybe works miracles like magic. First off, let's dig in. And it all starts with a swatch. I'm going to use the Revolution on my right hand and then the Charlotte Tilbury on my left hand. And the Charlotte Tilbury, it's thick. It's thick, thickums thick, and it smells luxurious, powdery. The package is also really fancy, but it comes with a price, specifically $100 for this one. Great for a gift, but use it sparingly. This one, however, is $14 on sale. I've also seen it for $18 and $20. And again, I've seen this all over TikTok, and it is called the Revolution Pro Miracle Cream. So the package isn't quite as nice, but it's still a nice little glass bottle. It has some weight to it. This doesn't look bad on a countertop. So we're gonna take a little swoosh of this and put it on the right hand. I'm also gonna use this on the right side of my face and this one on the left. Now, on first application, the Charlotte Tilbury is a little bit more tinted. It has a little bit more structure. The Revolution one feels, oh, this honestly feels so similar, but maybe a little bit more liquidy, a little bit more lightweight. And even though this bottle is bigger, it's mainly glass, they actually both have 50 milliliters or 1.69 fluid ounces. So these are the exact same size. Let's give it a sniff test. Ooh. My nose does not work very well, has nothing to do with COVID. It was just me growing up with the genetics of my family and not being able to smell things very well. This one smells luxurious, almost powdery. I want to say this one smells like flowers, old lady perfume. In my mind, this one has a stronger scent than the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I'm gonna ask somebody else who has a better nose than I do. Now, as I tap this in, these are honestly so similar. I feel like the Revolution one is maybe just the slightest bit more liquidy, but they honestly feel almost identical on the skin. Maybe the Revolution Pro is a little bit more liquidy and blends in a little bit faster because of that, but they look almost identical. Now here's the crazy thing, the ingredients. I was expecting, based on the way that this was looking on TikTok, and look at the way they blended in. That looks identical. That feels identical. Maybe the Revolution Pro is a touch wetter just on first application, or am I crazy? Don't answer that. I was expecting them to have very similar ingredients. I'm like, the Miracle Cream, the Magic Cream, like I see what you're doing. I was expecting the ingredients to be almost identical, but they're actually quite different. So let's talk about that. The main ingredients in the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream are of course water/aqua. We also have regular glycerin, and there's a bunch of different oils in here, specifically camellia seed oil, shea oil. There's also aloe in here. There's actually a lot of ingredients, including fragrance. Now, I thought that the Revolution Pro was going to have almost the exact same ingredients list. It's also vegan, it's cruelty-free, like we know what they're after here. But the ingredients are actually quite different. The main ingredients are water and actually grapeseed oil. The oils in here are also very different. There's jojoba seed oil, which is personally one of my favorites, but not found in the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. They do have shea butter and fragrance, and there is a peptide at the very bottom. It's bis tripeptide 1 as well as copper acetate, but honestly, the ingredients here are quite different. Normally, when we're finding a dupe or something similar, usually the first 5 or the first 10 ingredients kind of match up. Does anybody remember Kylie Jenner's Kylie Skin and like the Supergoop sunscreen, or basically Kylie's products and anyone else's? She basically created a knockoff brand but put her face on it. Fun fact. Well, this is actually quite different. So when I was seeing it on TikTok and as I'm feeling it on my skin, I'm actually kind of surprised that these do feel and look so similar. When I look at these on my hands and when I look at the shine and the sheen, they look identical. I can't tell a difference. Maybe the Revolution Pro is just a touch wetter, but it honestly doesn't feel like it. And at least on the back of my hand, that is not balling up nor drying out. They both give you that kind of dewy glow, but those look identical. Well, instead of just saying that, I want to put these to the test. So let's put the Revolution Pro on the right of my face, let's put the Charlotte Tilbury on the left, and then let's cover it with some sunscreen, with some foundation. Let's wear it throughout the day and see if this is actually a $20 dupe for a $100 product, or if there really is something magic about the Magic Cream. I've got a freshly cleansed face that is begging for a moisturizer. So let's do the Revolution on the right and the Charlotte Tilbury on the left. This one smells a little more, and I guess it's white for a little bit longer before it soaks in. Holy sheet! Holy sheet. They feel identical. If you told me I had the same product in both hands, I don't know if I could tell the difference beyond the smell. Maybe this one's a little bit more wet? Honestly, other than the scent, I cannot tell a difference. Wow. Give this a second to dry and let's put on a sunscreen. For our sunscreen today, I'm using the Black Girl sunscreen. I'm using the Little Mermaid edition. I love this one, and I'm just gonna do a swipe on each side. I know how this sunscreen works for me, so it's gonna be a really good test whether or not one side does or doesn't pill up. Feels identical. Like one is not balling up on my skin. This is unreal. Maybe this side is slightly more tacky. There's a little bit of a stick. Oh, there's a grip on both sides. This one's maybe slightly more tacky. We'll see how this wears throughout the day with this chemical sunscreen, but so far, woo, this is impressive. Let's see what happens at the end of the day. Hi. So it is the end of a long day. Sun hasn't even set, but I have been emotionally exhausted recently, so I'm calling it an early day. Here's what it's looking like. This feels identical. Is it pilling at all? You know what? This right side, oh, it's not even pilling. Under sunscreen, this looks exactly the same. Let me stand in the light. I mean, it looks identical. Is this a little more hydrated? Maybe a little bit more hydrated. I cannot tell the difference. We literally need to try this over foundation because that's what the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream is really good for, but test one, no difference. Also, look at that pimple that just appeared throughout the day. Pimple patch, eye patch for cry. sleepy for Cass. Let's go. I'm fresh out of the shower. I have nothing but water on my skin, and we're just gonna use this and sunscreen. I'm gonna do the Revolution Beauty on the right and the Charlotte Tilbury on the left. We're gonna compare them throughout the day today. So clean hand with a little swipe. This does smell more floral. A little bit thicker. So similar. Barely even noticeable thinner spreadability. The smell is really the only thing that kind of gives it away on these first impressions. I'm gonna let this dry for like 3 minutes and then go in with SPF. They both feel identical on both sides, so. Purple protector. I'm doing a lot extra, but I wanna make sure that it works with all sunscreens, so. Also, I didn't realize I was like always missing this area of my ears until I was formulating the purple protector, and then I was like, oh, I'm missing spots. And then for a control, I'm gonna just do my neck and my chest with the purple protector, so that way you can see the difference. Yeah, they feel identical on both sides for now, so let me see how they work throughout the day, but this is what we're going with. So I got dressed. I put on some blush. This is the Youthforia one that I love. It's just like a liquid blush that changes colors. No foundation, just the sunscreen, and it did not pill up on either side. We'll see how it wears throughout the day, but like, if this is not a dupe, I would be surprised. Just see how it goes. As expected, the Charlotte Tilbury side goes on like butter. But honestly, the Revolution Pro one is kind of doing the same thing. Look at that, there's no creasing in the under eyes. We have to see what happens when it dries down, but this is amazing. So this is what we're working with as far as makeup goes. I am astounded, like actually, what? This feels identical on both sides of my face. It went on so smooth. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Revolution Pro. Obviously we need to see how this holds up throughout the day, but there's no difference in the application. Neither side pilled. I knew it wouldn't on this side, but this side is just flawless. And neither side is like changing color more than the other. I'm just flabbergasted. So we'll see how this goes throughout the day, but first impressions on the application side, literally identical. We'll see. It is the end of a very long day and I feel like an absolute grease monster, but if you blindfolded me and asked me to tell you which side had the more expensive moisturizer on it, not only would I not be able to tell you, I might actually say that this is the cheap side. I mean, look, I have creasing on both sides, a little bit under the eyes and a little bit around my smile lines where I always get it. Usually the Charlotte Tilbury is the best option for like makeup prep, but is it just me or is there less creasing on the Revolution Beauty side? Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see how Charlotte Tilbury has a little bit more creasing? I'm like, am I just tired? Is it just my facial lines? Maybe I'm hallucinating. I feel like this side held up even better under makeup. And if you blindfolded me and asked me, I don't think I could tell you. Like, what do you see? I am pretty shocked. Why does this cheap side look better? I don't know. I'm ready to wash this off my face, but holy shit, is this throwing me for a doozy. Keep this in mind, friends. This is what we're looking at. This could be a very dangerous move, but I am going to try using these two moisturizers while on a night walk. The sun is going down, so I'm going to try to exercise without sunscreen, essentially. And I don't really I think I might have a gym membership and I just haven't gone in like 4 years. But I want to see how these hold up if you are sweating or exercising or hot. So again, Revolution on the right. Whoop. We're gonna do Charlotte Tilbury on the left. This is kind of scary for me because I never leave the house without sunscreen, but like the sun is going down. So this is on a clean face that I Washed about an hour ago and it kind of already got oily. Love being an oily bitch, but we're gonna see how this works. It is so similar. The only thing I can really tell is the scent. I don't notice one side breaking me out more than the other, which is also good. I did, however, put stuff on my body that broke me out, so that was fun. I see no difference, do you? I can't believe I'm doing this. I mean, there's not sun, vitamin D, oh, that's what they say. Let's see how this works. Okay, I'm getting like attacked by a bee. There's like a bee. Oh my God, it's right behind me. Get out. Oh my God, get the fuck off. Oh my God, what is it doing? Get it away from me. I think it smells this. Oh my God, help. Oh my God, it's literally following me. What the f? Get off. Get away from me. What is happening? I think I smell. Get off. Oh my God. Get it away from me. Oh my God, it's huge. Oh my gosh, it was like I don't know if it was a wasp or a bee. I think I must smell funny or something. I feel like I need to wash my face. This has never happened before. My God, I'm still being attacked by these things. I don't know what it is. My God, get it away from me. Oh my God, it's like on my face. Get it away from me. I just sit here and wash my face. Look at it. It's literally chasing me. What do I do? Get it away. As if talking to it is gonna make it help. I think I have to rinse this off my face because I cannot do this. Well, I'm greasy. It feels heavy. Charlotte Tilbury side. Ooh, wait, I am pilling a little bit. Not a lot. You see that? One nugget. This one. Do you see that? A couple more pills on the Revolution side, but both are minimal. Minimal pilling. Really minimal. I am just so scared of these bees. I feel like I need to sit down and wash my face. Well, that was completely miserable, but we survived being chased by this demon bug. There must be something in one of these that literally smells like flowers because those bugs were all over me. Also, I got this for if you're like a female hiker. It's a necklace, but if you tap it twice or press the button twice, it like calls your emergency contacts and sends the police your location, and it can get you on the line with the security person. It's a fun fact. Let's see after I've sweated what happens here. I don't notice it pilling a ton. Ooh, but we are pilling a little bit. And you know what? I'm getting one pill right there on the Charlotte Tilbury side. I'm getting a few more on the Revolution Beauty side, and they are honestly like very minimal. I would not have noticed this. It's very similar to almost every other moisturizer that you could use, but there is a little bit of pilling after I have sweated. Oh yeah, there's a little bit more on the Revolution side, but not by much, and overall they are very, very similar. So just beware of freaking bees and wasps and insects. Look at what happened. I woke up with a giant pimple on my chin. Now, I also woke up because I have one of these on one side of my face and one of these on the other side of my face. Can you tell? Can you tell which side is the $100 Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream and which side is like the $14 to $18 Revolution Miracle Pro? Because last night I may have switched them up, switched sides, flipped-flopped like a fish under the sea. No, I actually kept them exactly the same, and I did Revolution on the right, Charlotte Tilbury on the left, and look, I am breaking out. Now, I don't attribute this to Charlotte Tilbury. It might just be my body being stressed and having some pimples, but overall, is this a dupe or is this a suitable replacement for the Charlotte Tilbury? I went into this not thinking so, but holy shit, I cannot tell a difference. And if anything, this actually creased less under the foundation I used. I used the Charlotte Tilbury foundation with the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, which I've done 100 times. It always looks good, but this creased up even less. Now, it did pill a little bit more when I was exercising, so if you hate pilling, keep that in mind. But I had to like rub both sides after I sweated and was attacked by a bee.
No, not the bees! Not the bees!
Do not exercise in these. I don't know which one it was, but do not exercise in these. But if you love the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream and you're just like, I cannot justify that price, I do not want to spend that kind of money on it. I love Charlotte and her story, but it's not worth it to me. Babe, this is like a spitting image. If you blindfolded me and asked me to tell which one is which, I honestly don't know if I could tell you if I had them on my skin. Again, this one goes on like a little bit more wet, but overall, practically identical. This also goes to show that you do not have to have an identical list of ingredients to have something that is comparable or that works similarly. Absolutely shocked by this. I feel like if you're trying to give like a fancy gift, or if you want a shelfie, if you love Charlotte Tilbury, if you love her story, which I do, then this is great. But otherwise, like if you're just doing it for performance, nobody knows what kind of moisturizer you have on your face when you go out and take on the day or you go to bed at night, okay? This is identical, except for it smells worse, I guess. It's got a strong smell, but my nose is not the best sniffer. So for me, I can't really tell a difference. But like, if you want to save like 85 bucks, I mean this, well, 86. Oh, sheesh. Yeah, Revolution Pro Miracle Cream really came out guns blazing, bats swinging, but I tried it. I tried to be as unbiased as possible. Those are just the facts, babes. Let me know, is this on your list? Is it not? I will definitely link it. If you have this one, please get this one for like 14 to 18 bucks and tell me if you've noticed any differences as well. But yeah, babes, I think we found a little way to save a lot of money. Let me know what you think. Overall, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to put a pimple patch on this. Ah! It's probably because I'm stressed, but then in my mind, I'm like, do I blame Charlotte Tilbury? Always remember to stay hydrated, both orally and topically. You know which ones I've been trying. Reapply that SPF. Again, it works quite well over both of these. And always remember to be beautiful both inside and out. I love you, and I cannot wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.